Good morning and welcome to Narrowboat Lane. You join me in bed, my favourite place in the world, and there's a reason for that. When we first moved on board in the winter of 2017, we sort of inherited a very small bed, a very small mattress. Well, I say very small, it was a double. You could roughly describe it as a double, but it was more like a large single, to be fair. Anyway, for 2 years we've coped with that, not knowing any better. And I thought it was a bit of time for a change. So what we've done is come up with a little solution to our nighttime woes. We couldn't have a cross bed because I'll show you what I mean. If I go across the bed, there you go, my head's on the wall and my feet are on the wall also. I'm not very tall, I'm 5'11", but having a cross bed just isn't going to work. Even if we got under the gunnels, I'm going to be sleeping like a fetus in the fetal position, and that's not conducive for a good back. So I needed to come up with a solution. I thought about a few different ways of doing it. One was to have the whole bed on one central pole hinge, if you like, and have the whole bed lift away. But like not most narrowboaters, under the bed is very valuable storage. We've got a couple of drawers under there, a cupboard for the old bedding, a calorifier, the expansion tank, etc, etc. So having that as an option just wouldn't have worked for us, so that was thrown out pretty quickly, that idea. The other idea was to have bunk beds but Mags didn't want the top bunk, so that weren't going to work neither. The other solution is what we went for, and that was to get in touch with someone who made custom bespoke size mattresses to fit any solutions. We happened to find without too much searching, a place called Custom Size Beds. I'll leave the link in the description below, and spoke to a very nice chap there called Miles, who taught me through the process. When you go online, what you'll find is they've got like a design your bed page, so they give you a variable number of different sizes and shapes, and then you just enter your measurements as to what you want. Let me show you what I mean, hang on a sec. So what you can see here is that was the original size of the mattress under the gunnel, which for the first 6 months or so was causing me real headaches, and I mean that literally, because I'd be banging my head under here during the night's sleep because I'm quite a fidgeter. So as you can see, it's 110 wide, that original size of the mattress. So we wanted to have an extra piece that would extend the width. So the original bed was 1100mm wide. I'm just going to pull this out one-handed and show you. I mean, this is nothing new. You'll have all seen these mattresses before. They're widely available, but it was just an answer to, sorry, excuse this shaky camera work, there we go. So you get the idea. So now we've got that extra 100mm, which gives us a 130 total width compared to a 110, and it doesn't sound a lot, but it really is. It really does turn the bed into a proper full-size double. So these are the people that we dealt with, Custom Size Beds, and we found them very affable. They talked us through the whole process and gave us different solutions. Right, we could have ordered for £239, we could have had the large 110 wide piece and then just a separate a separate 20 centimetre piece to do the infill, and that would have cost £239. But what I was not worried about, but what I didn't want happening, was the larger piece during the night to be sliding over and me to fall down the gap. So we paid an extra 30 premium, and we had them stitched together. What they do is they put an extra piece of material over both pieces and then stitch them both in, so we don't have to worry about any of that. These covers are all completely zipped around the edges, so you can unzip them to remove them to clean the covers, and we find it's working really well for us. The only thing is, when it's down, obviously you've got very little room. you know, so putting the bed down at night is really the last thing you want to do before you get into bed. So there you go, by the magic of television. That's it folded away, and as you can see, we've now got the full width to walk through. What I did want to do, just as a means of support, because of the extra 200mm, obviously when the bed's out, it's out to here, so you know, chances are anybody on this side, I say anybody like it's anyone other than Mags, she's got the risk of, you know, the mattress giving way and falling off. So what I've done is, at work, I've laminated together two pieces of 12mm ply, and that's absolutely solid, and they are affixed by these hinges, which are absolutely solid. Each one can take a maximum weight of 150 kilos, these things. And what I liked about them is, because you see this little lever here, there's that one, and that one. I've just caught it with my hip. Henry, go away. And then that just folds away. So then you've still got access to the cupboards and the drawers underneath. Okay, it's a bit of a faff, but like I say, everything on a narrowboat is a bit of a compromise. And then you've got your bed back into like a day bed, which we come and just chill out in if we want to. Get back in focus, there we go. And over night time we've got a larger bed, so best of both worlds. Yeah, so there you go, without too much of a faff. That's the bed all away. And yeah, a nice compromise that gives us pretty much everything that we need. So once again, custom sized beds, we're not affiliated with them. We haven't been paid to mention them. It's just they happen to be the people that we deal with. These split mattresses aren't a new idea. You probably all have heard of them before. But Henry, he loves it. Yeah, so you probably have heard of them before. A lot of you will already have them in your boat. But for us, yeah, perfect compromise. What else have we been up to in here? Storage was an issue. In here we always had those plastic drawers, and although this doesn't look much tidier, we've just put a couple of hangers up, that gives us all the storage we need, and we've put a bit of voile over it just to make it look a little bit nicer, although to be fair, I prefer a proper curtain. Mags wanted a mirror for her makeup and a place to do all her bits and bobs, so she's got a little hanging sack there with all our beauty products. And then I found these lights on Amazon. I think they were about 11 quid, and they seem to do the job. They're 240 volts. Sorry, that's a lie, they're 12 volt but into a 240 socket. And that's our new cosy boudoir ready for the winter. And it really is a comfy place to be as well over night time. You know, once the bed's out and the little lights are on and Henry's asleep in the living room, so we've got a bit more room because he shouldn't be on the bed. Yeah, it's a nicer place to be. If you go back to our original vlog, The Journey Begins, and watch that one, you'll see on there what we had before. And although it was perfectly okay, I mean, it wasn't really cozy. Yeah. Oh, another thing, don't trust a man to buy a new duvet set because he'll end up getting a Christmas one. I just like the colours on Amazon, didn't really have a look at it, just thought, yeah, that'll do, buy, and then realised it's full of Christmas trees and snowflakes and stuff, but still, who cares, eh? Yeah, so a new mattress was never going to be a cheap thing to buy. You know, this channel, for the sake of my new subscribers, this channel's all about not particularly having to spend a fortune to get the results that you're after. But I don't think that's a bad price. Some of these new mattresses that you can buy, these custom size mattresses, we went and had a look at Emma Beds, what's the other one, Simba, and they want £500, £600, £700. £700 for what's essentially nothing more than a piece of foam. They can big it up and say, oh, it's got this special gel line and it's a bloody mat. It's a bit of foam that you're going to sleep on. You want it comfortable. You want it to last. So we went to these guys, custom size beds, £269. delivered to the door within 3 days of ordering. They make each one's bespoke, because obviously every size is different. You can have all sorts of shapes. You can have it star shaped if you wanted. I'm sure they'd sort it out. But yeah, I'll leave a link and then you can have a little look for yourself. But that's really well worth doing. So that's the bedroom sorted for a little while. There's still things I need to do in there. I'm going to have to replace all the carpet because we've had a water leak in the bilges. I've sorted that out, but the smell of all the manky water's come through and it's permeated the carpet. I've tried cleaning it. For the sake of £20 for a new piece of carpet, I'm just going to put some new carpet down. So that needs doing. Also need to be painting, redecorating the walls in there, because we went for this like a buttermilk colour in there, which was all right. But then what we've done in here is give the walls a nice coat of white silk emulsion to really just brighten up the whole boat. And because of the bathroom, sorry I'm a bit out of breath, I've had a bit of a flu this week. So because the bathroom is now like a cube bathroom over this side, and we've got a nice walk through corridor, I really want all the walls and everything to be the same colour to pull everything in together, you know, to make it all one. So I've still got some painting left to do, but that's not too big a job, to be honest. Other jobs we've been doing, other money we've been spending, I bought a little sound bar for my TV. We had a little portable TV that was, let me show you. This is the little telly that we had when we moved on board. It's doing us fine, but the speakers were crap. So even with everything turned up full whack and with us sitting on top of it, you know, watching a TV, you couldn't hear what they were saying half the time. So I bought a little sound bar. That's that big black thing behind it, which I don't think looks very neat and tidy. So I'm gonna store that away underneath the gunnel. But that's lovely. Makes it feel like we're in the cinema. And we haven't really been doing anything else, to be honest. Just working 9 to 5 and enjoying our weekend off. We've had a couple of friends come and visit us. So we had a lovely weekend last weekend, showing them around the local area. But other than that, not a lot. The bathroom, if you remember from the previous vlogs, I haven't done anything more in the bathroom. I've painted the walls, the exterior walls. Inside, I've still got to take all the tile off. I've still got to sort the shower out and still got to hang the new sink. But before I can do any of that, I've got to put down the new flooring. We're staying with carpet in the saloon. So from the galley to the bedroom is all going to be new flooring, and that includes the bathroom. Now that's the first job that I've got to do before I do anything else, because I want it all tied in. I think I'm going to go with lino, for the simple reason I've had laminate in houses, and even just mopping it over a certain amount of time, it will start to lift and peel and stuff. And once it's down, I don't really want to really be faffing about redoing it all the time, and especially with it being in the bathroom. It's got a high propensity to be getting wet in there, and once it's done, I want it done. So I think I'm going to go for lino. Nice and easy to keep clean, nice and easy to keep dry. So I'll fill you in on that as we go along. I'm not going to show you in the bathroom in a minute because it's an absolute pigsty, because everything's up in the air, so there's stuff all over the floor now. Anyway, so that's a vlog to come. Right then, quick thank you to my current subscribers who've been with us for a while, for sticking with us. I know you might think, oh, you know, is he even still doing it? But we are. But when we've got something to tell you, rather than just filling your screens full of rubbish. New subscriber, we've had a heap of new subscribers over the last couple of months. Very much down to David Johns at Cruising the Cut for giving us a little plug on his site. So that was nice. So thank you to all my new subscribers. You'll know that this was never about having 1 million subscribers and earning money. I'm not bothered about earning money off YouTube, never have been, which is a good job, because you've got to be talking in the million subs before you start earning money. I don't want donations. I'm not going to start a Patreon page. I don't want none of that. It's just a bit of a master of all, a bit of a jack of all trades, just trying to make things look nice on the boat for the least amount of money as possible, and passing on what I've been doing to you guys, so that you can make an informed decision on whether you want to have a go at doing something yourself, perhaps saving a few bob, or you want to save a bit of money, get a professional in, or whatever else. But as the project goes, from start to finish, at the moment, I think, well, I know for a fact we're quids in. We painted it ourselves. That saved us thousands and thousands of pounds, and various other little jobs. I mean, when we first moved on, just to give you a quick example, our waste pump from the bathroom that pumps out the grey water, that went within the first few weeks of being on board. And I paid someone 150 odd pound it was to come and fit a whale gulper, because I was a bit clueless. The whale gulper I found out I could have bought for 70 quid, and it took about 2 minutes to fit. So, you know, silly things like that where you don't need to be paying over the odds. You can have a go yourself and save yourself a load of money. You don't have to be skint to be living on a boat. You just don't. It's as simple as that. You can be, you know what I mean? You can have the shiniest boat in the marina with all the bells and whistles and all the toys and all the luxury fitted, expensive oak furniture and all that. And fair play to you. Fair play to you. If I had the money, believe me, I'd go out and get a brand new bespoke boat. I don't know whether you've seen, what's their channel called? Foxes Afloat. They've got the most gorgeous brand new boat, and it's beautiful, really is. And if I had the money, I'd go out and get one like that. I really would. I don't have the money, so I've got to try and do and mend with what I've got, which is what this channel's all about. Right, so stay tuned. Give us a little thumbs up if you want to. And the next time you see me, I'll be getting full force into the stuck into the bathroom, and you might even get to meet Mags finally, because I'm not going to be able to do that one-handed, so she's going to have to be my cameraman for the day. So from me and Henry, thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.